Welcome to Crazy Ass Criminals, the show where we celebrate, discuss, and mock the kind of people your mother warned you about. I'm your host, Chuey Martinez, joined by my co-hosts, Mitch, Burrows, and Aries Spears. How you doing, baby?
What up?
You guys know the old saying that all's fair in love and war?
It don't seem that way sometimes.
Aries?
If it's a woman, it's never fair.
Well, our first story takes the idea to the extreme.
If you thought penises were only cut off by angry women, think again. Meet Alex Bonilla. He straight up lost it when he found out his wife was smashing another guy. So angry Alex kicked in his own door at the trailer park, of course, where his wife was with the other man. That's when Alex pulled up the sheets and sliced off the other guy's Johnson. Peace, his tool, his manhood, his Peter. You get the point, and so did the other guy. Alex got his revenge, but also got 20 years in prison. As for the victim, he was able to get his free willy reattached by the doctors. The end.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Isn't that like against guy code, y'all, that you just don't do that? What?
First of all, the dude who got his penis cut off, was he a stump? Did he have no defense called arms and legs?
I don't know. Maybe, man.
Look, some of this is on the wife. You can't cheat next door. You got to go a couple zip codes down.
I don't care where you cheat. You got arms and legs. Where is your fight?
Yes.
Where is your defense?
Yo, what's the craziest excuse you guys have ever used to get out of work?
Man, I used to work at Circuit City, and if I was late, I'd tell my boss that I met some hot chick the night before, and she had big old hoo-has, and I slept through my alarm.
Wow.
And he'd just be like, yeah, man, take your time coming in. I'll cover for you.
What about you, Aries?
I told him I died.
Okay. You're about to meet a dude who got out of work for the day and then some. Wow.
Meet 19-year-old Brandon Souls. Police say this mental moron concocted a scheme that would leave you scratching your head. Apparently, Mr. Slick Souls told the cops he was attacked and kidnapped by two men who were looking for his father's buried gold. Who is his damn father, Captain Hook? But when the cops checked the surveillance tape in the area, they saw absolutely nothing. Busted Brandon finally confessed he made it all up just to get out of work. Where the hell does he work? Fantasy Island?
Okay, first off, that picture and video is scary as hell.
I was about to say, it looked like the Mexican cartel.
Straight up.
It looked pretty believable. I would have went with it. Also, that's a good excuse. I used the same one to get out of a relationship one time.
Did you?
I was like, baby, they got me, and I can't come back unless you give them $1 million. That's how I ended up here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, me and Aries, thank you for being here. You guys ever get high and do something real stupid?
Man, I used to take Ambien, and then one day I woke up with a new dog.
Okay.
No
all
more
right.
Ambien after that.
My man went to Craigslist and got a whole new family. Aries?
I'm high right now.
Well, don't feel too bad because that's nothing compared to this early candidate for Crazy Ass Criminal of the Year. Check it out.
If snitches get stitches, then John Harbison needs to shank his own damn self. Police say the bone-headed buffoon essentially turned himself in for a long list of crimes without knowing it. Harbison apparently called the cops to say someone was trying to break into his house. What our boy John forgot to do was hide the 6,000 fentanyl pills, 392 grams of methamphetamine, $4,600 in cash, and a handgun before he allowed the cops to search his crib. The 42-year-old was booked into jail for possession and sale of narcotics, dangerous drugs, and being dumb as hell.
Damn.
I can just see the cops showing up, and he's like, hey, someone broke in and they left all these drugs at my house.
Yo, they left the gun.
That was actually Walter White.
Yeah.
That's the real Walter
It's
White.
the real what?
Yeah, all that meth, man.
I think this is a clear example of why you never get high on your own supply.
That
Was he
part.
getting high?
I mean, who else calls the cops on themselves? He had to be high.
Well, that might be meth.
He was a crazy-ass
That's
criminal.
it.
A friend in need is a friend indeed. Unless you're both really hammered, then you might end up friends in jail.
Remember this piece of sound advice. If you're buzzed as hell from that sauce and you're in trouble, please don't call your drunk-ass friend to come help you. That's exactly what police say Natasha Nansel did in Nashville at 4 in the morning. The cops say inebriated Nancy crashed her car into a ditch while on the phone. So she called her good friend glazed-eyed Melvin to come help her. When he arrived, he then crashed his vehicle into Nancy's car. Damn, James. They both told police their night of boozing consisted of only 2 drinks. I swear. Now you know, y'all a damn lie. Both were booked and charged with DWI.
Why can't women like that call me? That is an easy lay.
Yes, that's an easy case, Aries.
Either way, baby, it's just this low self-esteem. I love it.
I kind of have a similar story where I was hammered during college, and I called my friend who was even more hammered to drive me home. We ended up walking. So
that's what they should have done.
Thank God we didn't get in that car.
Also, what's going on at this stretch of road where 2 people are having wrecks back to back in the same night? I'm not sure I'm blaming the alcohol on this.
Yeah, it might be the road.
Also, inebriated Nancy, glazed-eyed Melvin. These are the worst Marvel villains ever.
They're the best. What's the worst excuse you guys have ever used?
This girl I was dating found a condom wrapper in my bedroom.
Okay.
One time, and I said it must have belonged to the dude who rented the apartment before me.
This man right here.
That's quick. I've never been that quick.
I would have hit him with a What about you, Aries?
When I hit him with a I offer money. Always offer money. Get out of anything.
That's nothing compared to our next star. Check it.
Let's all get together and tell our crazy-ass friend, Kanisha, to have several seats with the bull she tried to shuffle on us. Police say Posey was in a car in Florida when it was pulled over. When cops approached the car, they said it had that sticky, icky smell, marijuana. When they decided to search Posey's purse, they said they found 2 plastic bags, one with marijuana and the other with cocaine. When investigators asked Posey about the cocaine, she had nerves to give this excuse. She says it was a windy day outside, and maybe the wind just blew the cocaine straight into her purse. Now, who's gonna buy that? See, some of y'all play way too much. Kanisha, take your crazy ass to jail.
I thought he said blew the cocaine into her face.
No, in her purse.
No, she was just hanging out. She was out there with her purse like this.
That would have been funny if she had it on her face. She was like, the wind blew coke in my face.
The wind blew coke in her, man.
I'm not willing to discount her story. She's in Florida. It's hurricane season. The wind is blowing stuff everywhere.
Yeah, palm trees, coke, marijuana. All right, when we come back on Crazy Ass Criminals, we will show you step-by-step instructions on how not to break out of jail. Welcome back to Crazy Ass Criminals, y'all. Have you guys ever watched those prison escape movies?
At least once a week for research purposes.
Really? Shawshank, what about you?
One of my favorites, baby.
All right, here's an escape story with a very different ending.
Talking about being cold busted, 42-year-old Jessica Boomershine thought she was on her way to freedom when this happened. She fell through the damn ceiling of the waiting room of the Montgomery County Jail in Ohio. She was in there waiting on a court appearance when you see her trying to pull a dumbass fast one and climb up to the ceiling. Then the bottom fell out. Boomershine was already in jail after being arrested in January for robbery, burglary, assault, and kidnapping. It was clear she wanted to put those criminal skills to use in her attempt to escape the jail, but her plan simply fell through. Jessica, take your crazy ass back to the jail.
He fell through.
That footage looked like me trying to escape the hospital while my girl was giving birth to her children.
That bad, Aries? That bad?
I'm trying to duck my responsibilities.
Look, I'll be honest, I'm starting to pull for the criminals in some of these.
Me too.
You watch that video, everyone in the jail started cheering for her. They were like, Jessica, Jessica.
How did he get there, though? That's my question. Like, was he on the second floor?
You know what?
But that was a girl,
That's
wasn't
how
it?
bad a picture her mugshot was. That was a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so.
That was a woman, yo?
Uh-huh.
Oh. Damn. All right. You guys ask for directions when you're lost?
We're men, no.
We don't do
That
that,
is
right?
admitting defeat. Never.
Never. Our next victim should have figured it out for himself or ask someone else. Take a look.
Police say 40-year-old Chris Ming Lee must have totally lost his mind when he approached their police unit at 1 in the morning for directions. They say before the lost moron got out of his vehicle, he conveniently parked in front of a fire hydrant and a red painted curb. After the cops became suspicious of this Einstein who was doing everything wrong, they decided to check his car. That's where officers say the felon was carrying a loaded gun and 1.5 pounds of marijuana. But there's more. After checking Lee's cell phone, the cops say they realized the directions he wanted from them was to go to a damn drug deal. The text messages gave him away. In addition to all of that, Lee didn't even have a valid driver's license. It's time to take your crazy ass straight to jail.
Why does everybody have guns and drugs in their car? Like, what has happened? Did we not get the memo, y'all?
Look, I think the only thing he did wrong was park in front of a fire hydrant. I'm pro Second Amendment. Weed is legal in California. Write this man a ticket and send him on his way.
Okay, it might be that easy for you, Mitch.
Life's been tough for Manny Pacquiao.
You leave Manny Pacquiao alone, y'all.
How did they get into his phone? Was his passcode 1234?
The cops were female.
You think that's always the case. Have y'all ever used those dating apps?
Farmersonly.com.
Farmersonly.com, Aries?
Whores Express.
That's not a real dating app.
I'm
Aries.
sure it is.
There's Christian Mingle, there's Grindr. Well, if you do, be careful who you mess with.
This is a whole new, fresh kind of crazy. 31-year-old Jacqueline Ads met a man on a website called Luxy. She said she knew he was her healing angel, but she turned out to be his demon from hell. Police say she stalked the man, camped out in front of his house, broke into his house, and even took a bath in the poor guy's tub. And all of that was just after one damn date. Crazy Jackie, as I call her, even told the man, if you block me on WhatsApp, I will move to your city. And that's exactly what Bat Spit Crazy did. She also sent the man 65,000 text messages. That's equivalent to 5,000 text messages a day. When asked about it, she said, "Oh, I thought it was more." Police had to put a stop to her by locking her ass up.
5,000 text messages.
You know, this
day.
man is lucky. He found a woman who really cared about him.
Is that how you interpret all that?
Man, my girlfriend won't even answer most of my text messages. He didn't realize what he had.
Really, that's terrifying to me.
Hey, you don't have to deal with all that when you're bad in bed, baby. Big shout out to all my one-hitter quitters out there.
Hey, yes, shout out to them.
You think he was laying it down?
Oh, he had to be.
Yeah, he was laying it down or paying the phone bill or paying her car note or something.
I hope she had unlimited texting then.
We need to reload the tape machines, and when we come back, it's going down at the Pancake House. Welcome back. You're watching Crazy Ass Criminals. We're about to meet a real ignorant crook. You guys ready?
Let's go.
Let's go.
This dense disaster decided to steal a car from Walmart. The owner auto-started the vehicle inside and wanted it warmed up by the time she got outside. But that didn't happen because thirsty thieving Wilson decided to jump in and drive it an hour away. So the genius turned the car off and couldn't get it started again an hour away. So this empty-headed troll gets someone else to call the woman, the owner of the car, to try and get her to auto-start it again from an hour away. Eventually, police caught up with the bird brain and dumped his ass in the pokey.
I just would have loved to have heard that conversation on the phone. I found your car. Can you start it? I promise I'll drive it right back to you.
I guarantee you he didn't sound anything like that.
Aries, what do you think it sounded like, my friend?
I don't know, but I know he didn't sound anything like that.
We all have those hard days at the office, but you probably didn't have it as bad as my buddy Muhammad.
This is Muhammad, and he would have been better off if his name was Muhammad Ali, because he ended up getting his ass whooped at an IHOP in Memphis. Muhammad, the manager of the IHOP, confronted a group of unruly and loud-ass customers. That's when Muhammad learned what he should have done is just call the cops. After confronting the group, the manager found himself fighting all 5 customers. But I have to give it to Mo, he did get a few good licks in. But then old girl starts throwing ceramic plates, leaving Mo with a bloody face and closed eyes. Don't you just hate violent-ass customers like that? They're ready to punch you in the face for an extra ketchup. Muhammad says he's now hiring more security at IHOP. You think?
Listen, I've had my fair share of meals at the IHOP. I've maybe seen 10, 15, 20 fights. I may be involved in a couple, but we're not going to get into that.
They should change the name to International House of Pain.
They should. They should, Aries.
All I know is if that was a Waffle House manager, he'd have beat all their asses.
Manager? Waitress. The waitresses at Waffle House know how to throw down.
I look IHOP, more like I quit.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
I would definitely quit. All right, we're going to keep it in the theme of hard day at the office, but this next crazy brought it all on in himself.
Now, you think if you were a worker for the airlines, you would know every trick in the book. Apparently not an employee from Fly Jamaica Airways. Apparently, he was smoking the ganja before he came up with this bright idea. Police say that worker taped 9 pounds of cocaine to his legs, put on his pants, and took his dumb ass to work. Well, it just didn't work out the way he planned. He was pulled into a private room where they searched him and confiscated the white girl, a.k.a. the cocaine, with a street value of $160,000. Now take your crazy ass to jail.
What am I doing wrong? Did we pick the wrong jobs, y'all?
I don't know. But he could have easily got out of that. He could have just said, no, it's baby powder, to prevent chafing and stuff.
I think 10 years ago you could have got away with that. But the way they fill you up at the airport now, you're going to get caught.
They get very intimate.
That's pretty accurate. They're rubbing on every crevice and every fold, and it's pretty inappropriate.
Sometimes I like it to last a little bit.
Okay.
Did you see the way they had it? They had it wrapped around his leg.
Yeah.
Like he could have got away with it, but he was walking around like Frankenstein all day long.
And especially because they have those dogs. They have the sniffing dogs at all the TSA check-ins now.
Yeah.
I guess it's a wrap. It's a wrap. All right, we have a warning to all the sugar daddies out there. Careful who you kick it with. This is a story about romance gone all wrong.
The jury took one look and 30 minutes to throw the book at 47-year-old Jamakia Henley. Police say this crazy-ass woman got enraged when her sugar daddy stopped dropping that sugar on her. Police say she met the 60-something retired engineer at Walmart in Georgia. They hit it off, and prosecutors say Henley asked the man to take her out several nights in a week while also spending money on her. When old sugar daddy grew tired of Henley, he asked her to leave his house. That's when police say she got into her car and hit the sugar daddy. But she didn't stop there. She backed up and ran over the man's legs, crushing them, and then left the scene. When police caught up with Henley, she pretended she didn't know who they were talking about and referred to her former sugar daddy as, what's his name? How cold is that? She's heading to prison for 15 years.
Yeah, what's his name? Who is that guy? I don't know. I've never heard of him.
That's
Wow.
why you stick with women your own age, man. You gotta go to bed at the same time. Both your body parts hurt at the same time. You ain't gotta deal with all
Medications at the same time.
And there you go.
She ran over the man twice after he paid for everything. Imagine what she would have done if he asked to split the bill.
This next one is a little different. It features the kind of criminal we all know and love, and a crazy-ass sketch artist. Check it out.
Investigators in Pennsylvania were looking for this beady-eyed bugger for robbery, and apparently they hired a third grader to draw this police sketch. Oh my God. And believe it or not, it led police to the Tankhead Terror. By the way, that drawing was from a so-called professional at the police department.
Wow.
They're giving the sketch artist a hard time. That looked exactly like the dude. I don't know
That
what
really
to
did,
say.
though. That really did.
Who's the sketch artist? A kindergarten?
Can we see the sketch one more time? Can I see the sketch one more time?
How many people in that town saw that sketch and go, hey, that's Steve?
Right. I know that guy.
Like my daughter drew that.
We need to take one last break so we can get ready to meet a man who loves chicken and waffles so much that he'll do anything to get his hands on some. Welcome back to Crazy Ass Criminals. Are you guys down with the chicken and waffles?
I love it. There's a Roscoe's across the street.
I know.
I go every time we film.
Are you?
Yes, every time we finish up.
You get the invite?
Do you see my skin color?
Yo, I'm not trying to assume anything, bruh.
Chicken's automatic with us, baby.
All right, but this next dude, Aries, I think he's a little crazier than you, all right? This dude is hangry and he's not having it. He's also terrible at following rules.
This pesky pandemic has made it hard on a brother to get his Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles fixed. Police in Pasadena are looking for the suspect who is now on the run. That's after he was initially told he couldn't come into Roscoe's without a mask. He then left and came back with his piece. He pointed the gun at the employees and told them to put the damn chicken in the bag. When the panicked employees were too scared to move, he then bagged his own 8-piece and walked the hell out.
8-piece get you 8 years.
Is that the?
That might be the math.
That's the math.
Yeah.
All right.
What's crazy to me is that most criminals put a mask on before they commit a crime. He was like, I'm not wearing no mask.
Jeez.
Give me that chicken.
Listen, the waffle is really what makes it. You know, you get the right hot waffle, a nice tall glass of ice cold milk, some hot sauce on your chicken. There you go.
Why am I drooling? I am drooling over here.
You drinking milk?
Absolutely. Anything else is blasphemous.
I don't think our guy was though.
No, he's gonna be doing some serious time behind some chicken. That's a little sad, man.
That's really sad, man.
There is a Roscoe's across the street.
I know.
Dude, they have a picture of Barack Obama on the wall. If it's good enough for the president, it's gonna be good chicken.
I love my Roscoe's chicken and waffles. There's nothing like a hot waffle with a little bit of milk. And I usually eat it in the morning with my daughter, Sasha and Malak.
I knew that was coming, baby. Thanks for hanging with us. This has been Crazy Ass Criminals. On behalf of Mitch Burrows, Aries Spears, I'm Chuey Martinez, reminding you, if you're gonna do something truly stupid, make sure you get it caught on video. Peace.